Coming up, to help celebrate our 5th anniversary, Tony counts down the top 5 snacks for under $5. From points across California, you're listening to the Disneyland edition of the Diz Unplugged. This is the Diz Unplugged Disneyland edition, episode 550, for the week of February 14th, 2016. The Diz Unplugged Disneyland edition is brought to you by Dreams Unlimited Travel, helping you plan the perfect Disneyland vacation. Visit them on the web at www.dreamsunlimitedtravel.com. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the show. I am your host, Tom Bell, and I'm joined by my good friends Nancy Johnson.
Hey!
Mary Jamalata Willie.
Hello.
Michael Bowling.
A big high five to everyone.
Nice. And Tony Spatel.
Hello.
All right. Happy 5th anniversary to my fellow podcasters. So I asked Tony to see if he could come up with something that had a 5 in it.
With 5
in it. So this is what we came up with. And I think this is...
Annual passes are going up to $500.
So I think this is going to be fun.
You got to say that with the pinky by your mouth, just like Dr. Evil.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, so Tom and I were discussing what can we do for 5, and me being in air quotes, very loosely, the food guy, saying what if we did, 5, the things that are under $5, if there are anything, in terms of food items, so snacks, things like that. Just so we can give a few disclaimers, Ernst & Young did not verify everything that it's exactly $5.
Results
there might be a few things.
Mayonnaise jar and Funkin' Magnus.
Yes, these might be. There might have been price changes based on what I found. I can't just so this is supposed to be for fun. So I know that some of our listeners might find, well, wait, that's now
$501.
Since it's Disney. That was $4. Now it's $35.
Well, they have to pay for Star Wars Land somehow.
Yeah. So just this is for fun, and so what I went through, and we'll talk a little bit about the different restaurants and what they have. What's interesting is I found some places where I was surprised. Oh, you have nothing
under $5.
I figured you at least have one thing, and then some where they had a lot more. So I would like the team and everybody to please share their thoughts on some of the prices and what we found. But I think it'd be a nice thing to go through, and then after the show's posted, that's too inside baseball, isn't it, Tom? Once the show is live or whatever, once people are listening on those things, like I heard you can listen on phones now. I don't know what we're talking about.
Once the show's
vinyl,
posted,
right?
Yeah.
Once the vinyl record is pressed, we're gonna have this all of the items that I found for under $5, and people can vote, and we'll on our next show let people know what came up with like your 5 best under $5. So to start, let's give some of the stipulations. First, pre-packaged items, unless they were unique, because Tom and I talked a little bit about that, and drinks are not going to be introduced, okay? So
unless
yes, Mickey bars are based on a party of one's idea that they're unique, okay? So that doesn't mean I've tasted all these things or anything, because that would be crazy. But know that...
Though that would be dedicated.
Yes. Oh, really? Okay, thanks. Dedicated. Okay, wait. How many items? Well, I guess I could theoretically, but I would have had to start reviewing this by the time,
during our 4th anniversary.
Yeah, by the time I started this, at Hearst Castle this relates. Give me a second. At Hearst Castle that the gardeners would start at one end, and basically in the painters and all stuff, and by the time they had done everything, it was time to start again.
Isn't that like the Golden Gate Bridge?
The Golden Gate Bridge.
Golden Gate Bridge, yeah.
So if I would have done this with the food, by the time I was done, they would have raised the prices, and I would have had to start all over. So, for health reasons, another reason. So anyways, prepackaged items for the most part aren't included. Drinks for the most part aren't included because you can get those under $5.
And outdoor vending carts are not included.
And outdoor vending, unless they were posted somewhere where I was able to find with my really sad research skills. So, that being said, we know there's exceptions, all that good stuff. Yeah, I know, because I don't want people to say, oh, you forgot this, you forgot that. Here's the reasons.
And
yes?
our friends listening live are getting in on the fun. So if you're not
so we're
listening
gonna see
live,
what-
you're missing out.
Yeah, they get to do the live vote. This is like Dan Rather when there was the hanging Chad. This is going to be so exciting. So let's discuss. We'll start with Disneyland. I did not do California Adventure yet. Maybe that's another show. We'll see what the feedback is on this, and maybe we do that again. But what's interesting is there were a lot of items that were a little over $5, which kind of made me happy because it was less work. But it was also a little sad because I thought, oh, it's so close, like something for $5.29, whatever. Oh, tax was not part of this, and either was discount. So it's just what the sticker price, right? So
This is just a sampling of.
it's just a sampling. Oh, now it's okay. I found 5 things that happen to be under $5, and we're going to talk about it for an hour. Just
Awesome.
and then of course
go
we're going
into
to go,
a lot of
awesome. It's
detail.
a great idea. So the one thing that I discovered, and I guess we're going to start off with the great Bengal BBQ. Okay, I've always wondered, like I know it's good, but I've always wondered why the line was so long. Because literally everything is under $5 as long as you don't get a souvenir. It was the only place that was amazingly priced under $5.
So I texted you today jokingly
yeah,
because the traditional gift for the 5th anniversary is wood. So I'm like, okay, skewers, they're made of wood.
it's perfect.
It's perfect. And thinking they were over $5 that they wouldn't work, but
I was thinking they were too.
Yeah.
What's interesting is the somewhat lack of rhyme or reason where things are over and not. But Banyan beef skewer, $4.49. Chieftain chicken skewer in a Polynesian sauce, $4.19. Outback vegetable skewer, $3.99. These prices could be off by a few cents. A safari skewer, $4.19. Bacon wrapped asparagus, The Bengal beef skewer in a sweet Zulu sauce, $4.49. Tiger tails, the breadsticks, $3.69. Okay, chips, we don't care about. Those are $3.19 everywhere. Jalapeno cheese filled pretzel, $3.79. It might be up to $4.39 now, but Mickey Mouse pretzel, and you can add a cup of cheese for under $5. Fresh fruit and non-fat vanilla parfait is a little over, so my bad, there's one over. And a fruit cup for $3.99. That's pretty impressive, wouldn't you say?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I enjoy going to this restaurant
What's your
counter.
What's your favorite?
I like the Bengal beef skewer in the sweet Zulu sauce. No wonder Zulus are endangered.
I personally have found
there's
chicken bacon wrapped asparagus. Oh, and that one too.
So, do you guys think okay, we know that we don't want them to charge more. But it is a little surprising that freshly made meats and vegetables are this affordable. Yes?
I don't think so. I was over there today.
Mm-hmm.
And I was looking at them and I was thinking, okay, well, that's a really good bargain. But if I wanted to have meat and vegetables, that's almost $9, which is
Okay, that's a good point. So it's just because it's a small serving.
it is a
what you're
small
saying.
serving.
Okay.
So it's more like an appetite. It's great for eating some protein and killing the hunger, but it doesn't really fill you up.
Yeah, it's
But
just,
if you get two of
It is, okay.
that's a good point, Michael. But if you get the meat and the vegetables, then that makes a nice little meal, and it's no longer under $5.
I kind of wish they would have a little combo plate. I don't see why they couldn't.
Yeah.
Because they have good food. Anyways. Okay, so Bengal BBQ by far is the place you want to go if you want something under $5. That's not necessarily sweet. And not a churro or something that's a specific cart. So most of the carts aren't included on here, and we know that those, even though I did have the Oreo churro in Downtown Disney, and it was exactly $5, that's a good $5 being spent. Somebody was going to say something.
Oh, I was going to say Nancy had mentioned something at Bingo BBQ besides the asparagus. What was the other one that you said?
Oh,
Nancy?
the chicken in the sweet sauce.
Yeah, that's good.
That's my kids' go-to favorite, and they will always ask for that one.
Walking a few steps, the Tiki Juice Bar. Pineapple Spear, in my craziness, was included because it's a pineapple spear. And you can get a Dole Whip for under $5 for now. We'll see how long that lasts.
Yay.
So now the question is, because we know that there's such a huge following about the Dole Whip. I think for under $5, that might be one of the best $5 you can spend in the park.
Well, a lot of people
I know that
certainly
part of
agree
the
with
Dole
you.
Whip is there's a nostalgia. There's people love it. It's got the cult following. The question is, do any of you guys wait in line to get it? Because I know as a pass holder, I'll go, oh, I'll get it next time. I'll get it next time. Then I realize the next time I get it is when I'm in Florida. Because being one of those, first world problems where I just don't want to wait in the line, I end up not getting it.
We only get it when we go into the tiki room. And we order it on the tiki room side.
That secret is out, though, because that line is usually long, too.
But that's the only time we ever get it. Because it's usually a somewhat shorter line.
Do you think they should open up another location with it?
Yes.
Okay. Well, that was great. Now let's keep moving.
It's
See, guys,
popular
we're trying to be
enough
interactive. This is our 5th anniversary, and we're all talking. You guys got to stop reading. I know you guys are surfing the internets, answering emails.
Calling for
bed.
room service.
I'm reading your list.
Okay, thank you. So, next, moving on to Harbor Galley with a U. Okay, this is now you guys can you can tell me whether this belongs or not. The only thing for under $5 was the Old Peak Galley Lemonade, which is in Odwalla, so it really doesn't belong. But it had a fancy name, Old Peak, and it was frozen. Tom and I discussed. Well, frozen kind of counts, right?
Is it the frozen stuff that comes out of the machine? Because I will get that as a snack.
I think these are the special 60th anniversary lemonades that they have at all the different. That there's a different one at each location.
Okay. Oh, okay.
I didn't try that when I was there.
I didn't try that either.
Each counter service location has a different combination of lemonade, and fruit, and foam.
So
foam,
you can
foam.
Well, I noticed that the lemonade that they had at Bengal's BBQ today had kind of like the almost like boba. What are they call them piranha something, but there were little beads in the lemonade that people were getting.
Yeah, the little boba beads.
Yeah, that's what I think they were. But I didn't know that they had different lemonades at different places, so gotta try it.
Yep.
Tom, you're going to have to edit this out live. I just realized I have other notes where I'm missing, the best things I saw are not copy and pasted. Dang it.
I don't edit anymore. What are you talking
about? Can you talk to them?
Oh, well. Yeah, you can edit this, dude. This is just 5 seconds. Give me a second. Yeah, there's let me look at my iPad because it was different on my iPad. Oh, man, it's light. I can't see. Where is it? Because I thought I copied and pasted.
Yeah, there's 14 different lemonades.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
Wow, I had no clue.
Yeah.
When did we talk about that?
April 15th of 2015.
Okay, you're expecting me to remember that.
No, that's just when my notes. That's just my notes from a media event back then.
Okay, just a second.
And while Tony's stalling for time,
yes,
Michael will be singing a medley from...
Yes, okay, yeah, that's where... Okay, well, no, this was important. I stalled because there is something that somehow... There were the two things that I thought were the best thing. You know what? This is great, because it's going to be the last thing. The two things
this
that I thought
were... This is like a Chicago election.
Yes.
Well, it is, yes. So, yeah, we're in the back room. I just got... Look, a bag with a dollar sign just showed up at my door. I had to change it. No, I apologize, but I'm missing my two kind of, these are the best things for under $5 that I have to, but I just found them. So they're not voting. So our votes are totally, you're right. It is a Chicago election. We'll bring that in at the end. Hungry Bear, you can get fries for under $4.
Okay.
And you can get their onion rings for under $4, and they have good onion rings.
They do.
Pledge
I've heard that.
all of my delegates from the great state of I'm in Texas, great state of Texas, to the onion rings at Hungry Bear for for around $4. I think that's a good use of those dollar bills. You agree, Mary Jo?
I think so.
Oh, I
Yeah.
didn't get a chance to agree.
Well, but she could because she said she thinks they're good. Do you
I
agree?
love onion rings. I love onion rings, so I have not had a chance to taste them only because no one else in my family eats onion rings.
But Hungry Bear has good. I mean, they have good ones. They're not just like the.
Are they like the big
remind me-
wide onion rings?
No, not the huge ones, but they're similar to the Disney World ones that are good. They're not the ones with the crumbly breading that are just like frozen and you deep fry them. I think they're actually dipped there. They taste like
I think they taste like they are.
Yeah.
Well, yay, good for them if they do.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, now this one I saw it and I said, okay, this is Nancy's.
What?
And it's in both parks, but at Edelweiss Snacks you can get them. The buttered or chili lime corn on the cob.
Oh, yeah.
Yay!
I like the chili
elotes.
lime one.
So again,
I call them elotes.
now this is a special drink that made the list, which is the New Orleans mint julep.
Yes, I get that almost every time we go.
So again, under $5.
It's very
Also-
refreshing, especially
With
in
the
the summer.
beignets.
And you can get the trio of New Orleans fritters with a dipping sauce for under $5 at Royal Street Veranda. Again, another, I think, good thing for under $5. Good thing. I know I'm using great vocabulary. Thing. Good food item. Tom's favorite.
Me?
Yes. You're like, oh, see now you're sleeping.
Mhm.
The Galactic Grill's Pastry
Oh,
Menace is
yeah.
under $5. The eclair filled with spicy milk chocolate. And
You saw
then,
spicy milk chocolate?
Yeah, spicy milk chocolate.
and at Pizza Port, you can get the chocolate parfait, the vanilla parfait for right around $5, a little under. Now, if this was their choice for their out of the top 5, I'm just, everybody has the right to vote. That's what makes this country so great. But breadsticks from Pizza Port are under $5, so
Ew.
Huh.
I would use $5 for many other things than that. And you can get their side salad for under $5.
Those are like
Exciting,
the worst
I know.
breadsticks ever.
That's what I'm saying. They should actually be less than $5. Then I kind of did break my own rules a little bit. At Tune Up Treats and at Main Street Fruit Cart, that I discovered they had the same basic menu. You can get your whole fruit for $1.99. Think about that. If you think about it, $2 for a piece of fruit. That's not a good deal. That's a pretty expensive thing if you think about it. Apple slices with caramel for under $5. Grapes, pineapple spear, mango slices. Hummus, $4.19. Has anybody tried the hummus?
I get that often. I get the hummus often, and I get the mango slices often.
I was going to
Okay.
say, we get the mango slices.
I think the
Yeah.
hummus is...
And I like the mango slices because
Isn't that the hummus
have
that
the,
they have at the grocery store? The same hummus they have at the grocery
Yes,
store?
it is. But it's hummus.
is.
It's hummus. It's a little
but
different.
it's exactly like it's the Sabras hummus that you get
Yeah,
at the
okay,
grocery
yeah.
store. You're just paying for the convenience of having to forget something kind of semi-healthy and not wanting to spend a lot of money and grabbing something to, just to kill that hunger without getting junk food.
Okay, and now I know we have our live Mixler listeners, so if some people if they need to change their vote, we can change the vote because I'm going to tell you the two things that I think deserve their own spot. So we've already talked about the Bengal BBQ. We've already talked about the Dole Whip, and you're like, okay, that's great. However, if you go into the Golden Horseshoe, you can get for under $5 2 items, which I think are kind of the best surprise of the whole thing. Chili cheese fries for $4.59. That could be a meal.
Yeah.
I mean, it's chili
That
cheese
could
fries.
be a meal.
Yes.
That could
and
be bad news.
yes. It could be a meal. It could be a great meal and then a bad afternoon. And then Golden Horseshoe ice cream float for $4.99.
Those are good.
Chocolate cake for $5.39. It just missed it. But I thought those two that I accidentally left off of the first ballot, Secretary of State and me are buds. We pulled some strings to get it off the ballot. I think those are the best. I think those are kind of the best surprises for under $5. especially the chili cheese fries, because I think most of the items we found were sweets or officially snacks, if you will. But chili cheese fries is kind of a little bit of a snack plus. So I actually think that might be one of the best under $5 deals.
Mary Jo, Keith and Mixler is asking what comes with the hummus. Is it like some?
It's okay. It's like those little plastic container. No, it's a plastic containers that has half of it is hummus, and then the other half are the little thin pretzels.
The little pretzel.
So it's
pretzel
hummus
chips,
and pretzels.
Yeah, it's the
Yeah.
Sabra
The thin pretzels.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sabra brand.
Yeah, I get that. It's the pretzels, not the pita chips. And I think I got those last weekend when I was there.
So the question is,
I'm laughing. Chili cheese fries plus a ride on the teacups. No, I don't recommend that.
so let's see what won with our team and what won with the with our Mixler live audience. Again, being live, I mean, the excitement, it's palpable.
I can feel it.
Yeah. So, yes, Aunt Mary Jo can feel it. She's
That's
all
the
way.
chili cheese fries test.
Yeah. First, before we do that, I want to go around out of all of the items we talked about that we talked about, which of those would be your like go-to or your favorite? Or you could say which ones you think is the best deal. Starting with Tom.
Oh no.
Well, nobody checked.
I don't have the list in front of me.
See, if you were listening, this is the teacher in me. I should
I
have been
voted so long ago.
Yes, I should have had you write it on your whiteboard.
Yes. Let's say, well, the safari skewer, the bacon wrapped asparagus is always good. Once in a while, I'll get just the plain Mickey pretzel. And of course, pastry menace. I love the pastry menace. I need to go back and I need to make a special trip just for the pastry menace.
Okay. Next, Mary Jo.
My go-to is the jalapeno cheese-filled pretzel. I typically get that, but I also like the bacon-wrapped asparagus.
Now, we're all talking about what we like. My question is also, which do you think is the best deal?
The best deal? Even though I do get the hummus and stuff, I think the jalapeno cheese-filled pretzel, because those are really filling for me. And it's not as expensive as the other ones. I'm going to go with that. That's my final answer.
Okay. Do you want to phone a friend?
Not this time, because I want that pretzel for myself.
Okay. Oh, nice. Anybody else want to share? Which one they think is the best value?
Well, what I most commonly have actually for breakfast is the non-fat vanilla yogurt parfait.
Okay.
And so that would probably be my go-to. My other go-to is popcorn, which is not on here, but I always have the beignets and the New Orleans mint julep bar.
I think those two, along with my chili fry thing, I think those are really actually good values. Considering the quality of the food you're getting. It's unique. Like popcorn churros, they're all over, but that's the only place where you can get those beignets or whatever. And part of the kind of idea of the shows too is to find out, I didn't know that there was this under $5. Or it also kind of shows you that, like, part of the reason for our show is that there are deals, there are values, there are food items, hotels, whatever, that are worth it, but you got to find out where they are. Because
And I time going to the Mint Julep with whenever the Royal Street Bachelors and all that are playing over in the French Market, and then I spend time. That's when I eat my my beignets and Mint Julep bar. So it becomes a whole show.
That's a really smart. That's like the greatest tip ever. Because you think about, okay, so now if you think about it, for this under $5, you're now getting, like you said, a whole show. That's so smart. I like that. I'm going to write that down in my journal. Okay. So now the question is, let's see who won. So
I didn't get an opinion.
I know, but Don't we know that everyone's vote really doesn't count? That was what I'm doing a whole political, like, showing people what it's really... I'm just kidding. Sorry, Nancy. Go ahead.
I really want to hear what Nancy has to say.
I know, I'm
She
just
has her
being a
girls
smart
that she
aleck.
does.
I'm totally joking. I just forgot. Sorry, Nancy.
Well, okay. The cream cheese pretzel is number one in my book. And that is available at the same place, the jalapeno cheese pretzel or the Mickey with cheese dip or, they mix those up in the cart. Sometimes they have the cream cheese or the jalapeno. So, but that's my biggie. Kids almost ask for it every time. Lately they've been asking for the lemonades with the foam on top. So that's another one we do. We almost never get a lot of the same ones you guys get. Almost never. Which is kind of funny. Where's that stupid list again? Oh, always with the Bengal BBQ. The Bengal BBQ, the asparagus, and the chicken, those are big for us. So we've discovered the value of that snack and the protein sticks in line and making them happy. The one you left off...
The question is the skewer. What happens, I don't know if anybody's ever seen the Curb Your Enthusiasm episode with the skewer issue. What happens when you're done with the skewer?
It goes in the trash can. It goes in the trash can right before the entrance.
There's going to be time when the skewer is not in the trash can, and then it's a lethal weapon.
No, it goes in the trash can.
Okay.
Small children, small girls, lethal weapon. No, not quite.
Okay.
But the one you forgot that I like to get are the chocolate and strawberry twist pastries at Maurice's. You forgot Maurice's cart.
Yes.
You have them on
a
possibly other list that you might have.
Or, yeah, you're right. Really? Come on. My
DCA.
campaign is barely funny. Like, come on. I don't have a super PAC on my side.
Okay, considering that we all went through and we filled out 2 different surveys.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, my favorite's missing too, which is my go-to snack is the ice cream cones at Gibson Girl.
Oh, yeah.
Yes,
and I was thinking they weren't on there, but because they're over 5.
No,
but
they are there.
Yeah, they are.
One scoop is under $5, and that was my bad. Because they're on the DCA one. But whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Again,
Yeah,
it's
but
the
days like
Chicago
today
election.
where the line was out the door
Oh, gosh.
are not
Yeah,
the
no.
days that you go
Yeah, no.
there.
Yeah. So, based on my...
Scientific.
I limited the candidates. My unscientific poll here of what we have. Votes coming in at 20%. There was multiple. We have the corn on the cob, the pastry menace.
Nice.
That's a surprise. Breadsticks.
Well, it's new.
I didn't stuff the ballot box. Really, I didn't.
Yeah. Wait, the breadsticks. Okay, I apologize to the live Mixler listeners about the breadsticks and saying how because 20% of you voted for the breadsticks. Now I did not vote.
Nice. Go listeners.
The Mickey Mouse pretzel and the cream cheese filled pretzel, both with 20%. And that's our 5th place. In 4th place, we have, with 25% of the votes, the Safari Skewer Bacon Wrapped Asparagus. Okay.
Yep.
You're going to notice a pattern here, especially when I took ice cream out, which was kind of a big mistake, but we won't tell anyone. Okay.
It's liquid protein, not good solid protein.
Then, our next up at 3rd place with 30% was we're going to call it the Michael Party. Both the New Orleans Mint Julep and the trio of New Orleans fritters. Okay. Then,
yum.
at 50% of our responses, we have the Chieftain Chicken Skewer in a Polynesian sauce.
Yay.
And then, with 70%, what do you think?
Dole Whip.
Exactly, Dole Whip. So there's your top 5 unscientific, somewhat legitimate election of our top 5 our top 5. So now we got to move across where I think the Secretary of State and the people designing this ballot did a much better job with DCA. It seems like that it seemed to be more of a fair ballot. So let's look at that, shall we? So at DCA, we have, starting at Boardwalk Pizza, You can get a side salad for under $5 and the espresso brownie for under $4. Has anybody ever had the espresso brownie? I think I did, and I think I did I did a review, and I think it was okay, but considering it's under $4, it makes me happy. Tom, you love that place. Did you?
I don't go to
Grill?
pizza. I go to the...
I'm like, it's next. They're all the one thing. So you never go across to get the... Okay. Clarabelle's ice cream, single scoop for under $5. Okay, see, again, though, if you think about it, ice cream almost doesn't deserve to be on here, because that's kind of like, everybody can get the scoop of ice cream for under $5. And it's not like one scoop of ice cream is any more amazing. Like, everybody likes their flavors, and it's not like you're getting, like Cold Stone or one of those mix-in ice creams. It's just ice cream. Like, of course, I love ice cream, and I would be eating it right now if I could. But anyways. So ice cream's under $5 all over the parks, and so that Cozy Cone 4 apparently is of all the Cozy Cones, it's the one to go get stuff under $5. Maybe that's why it's Cozy Cone 4, not 5. Chocolate Twist, under $4. Cheddar Garlic Bagel Twist, under $5. Red's Apple Freeze, under $5. Frozen Lemonade, under $5. Flavored Popcorn. Now we know that popcorn's under $5, but it's the carts. So if the cart didn't have a... We stuck with that card.
Cone number 5? I don't know.
Based on my research. Well, wherever you can get the... Jeez. You're the producer. You're supposed to make me look good, not worse.
Sorry.
You're supposed to go, great.
Good job.
Great
Good job,
research.
Mr. Patel.
Thank you. Flavored popcorn, whatever darn cone it's at. See, you get a little ornery when it's late, huh?
Yes.
Huh, Tom? So flavored popcorn, and I think of Nancy when I think of flavored popcorn because you've had all those flavored popcorns, haven't you?
Yeah, we love the dill pickle one.
That's what I was thinking, and I almost was going to go there, but I didn't want to. But is it really, really salty?
No. It's, like the salt and vinegar potato chips?
Okay.
It's that sort of flavor.
Okay.
Oh, see,
If
now
that
I
makes
like
sense.
those, so maybe I should try them. I don't know.
Yeah, it's that sort of flavor, and it's got a little dill to it, just a little bit.
Okay. And then the Doc's Wild Grape Tonic, under $4, and the Cheddar Garlic Bagel Twist for under $5. That's so good, I said it twice on my list.
They are so good, and they're the best, driving home. That sucker will last an entire drive down the 5 back to Burbank.
Really?
You haven't been in the car with me.
Okay. How soft are they? So when I went and got my $5 Oreo churro, which is the, writing candidate, right, in downtown Disney, it tasted really good, but it was old. They just happen to have an old one, and that's what I got. And so, churros need to be soft and all that good stuff.
These are bagels. They've got some bite to them.
Well, that's my question. How chewy?
It's a little al dente on the outside, but it's still a softer bread on the inside.
Okay.
It's kind of like a good bagel that's not toasted.
Really? A good bagel? Okay. Now I'm gonna have to try it.
And it's very garlicky, and depending on who makes them, you can tell what they look like from what they look like on the outside if it's going to be really good and cheesy garlicky.
Oh, I was gonna say, you can tell how the chef looked based on who made them.
No, you can tell, any other product, you can tell when they skimp on the cheese.
Yeah.
And they don't really skimp on the cheese very often.
Okay, so Flo's V8 does have items for under $5. Snacks, questionable, but why not put them in a little bowl and walk out with mashed potatoes? Especially if you have a little one. Coleslaw, roasted veggies, pasta salad, mac and cheese, fruit salad, all under $3.
Okay. You're stretching for that one.
It was under $5. Who said that? Why does there have to be all these rules?
It's the Constitution.
Okay. Okay, yes. So maybe that's what we need. We need a Disneyland Constitution. I'm going to skip the next restaurant because I think that's the best deals at the end. Lucky Fortune has mango slices for $4. Edamame, which I think is the most unique, lightly salted and served chilled for under $4. I personally do not like edamame, but I know that if you do like edamame, that's a really cheap and healthy snack. I put this on there, Lucky Fortune tea. Under $5, unsweetened iced tea with flavors of red passion fruit and mango. topped with passion fruit mango fruit foam. That seemed to be unique enough to make it for me. Now, Mendocino Bar does have sparkling apple cider for under $4.
Ooh.
Pacific Wharf, maybe the best deal in terms of mass. You can get for under $5 the sourdough loaf or the round. Right at basically $5. Tom, have you ever had the Paradise Grill baklava for under $5?
I don't think I have.
Anyone?
No.
But
I don't remember.
It sounds really good, though.
I'd like to see the size of it because baklava is normally expensive wherever you go.
Because it's time consuming to make.
Yeah.
Wait a second. I have had it at Paradise Pier at
Paradise Garden Grill.
Paradise Grill.
Yes, I have had it.
And?
It's really, really good.
Okay.
How big is it?
It's about like this size.
Oh, thank you.
Oh.
Wait, you can't see my hands? It's, oh gosh, I don't remember. Maybe 3 inches?
Okay.
Maybe.
Is it a perfectly right triangle? Can we use the Pythagorean theorem?
Yeah.
Hey.
No.
Smoke.
It's really good.
Smoke Jumpers has smoking onion rings. Has anybody had the onion rings at Smoke Jumpers?
No.
I don't think
Because I'm wondering if they're the same onion rings that you get at Hungry Bear.
I doubt it. Yeah,
Because
no,
Hungry
actually,
Bear has
maybe
good
they are.
onion
Maybe they
rings. Surprising, you can get a vanilla or chocolate shake topped with whipped cream for under $5 at Smoke Jumpers.
Wow.
That to me goes along with the whole going into where the chili cheese fries are. I'm losing it all of a sudden because I got all these lists. But the idea of going in somewhere to get something other than the full meal. For that price, I'd go into Smoke Jumpers and just get a shake. Now, Mary Jo, you want to spin, right? But you've only got $5. You can go to Sonoma Terrace and have a warm Bavarian pretzel.
That actually sounds good to me.
I know. I was kind of surprised there was anything there under $5. Then I'm still saving
with
the best.
mustard on it.
Yeah, and it comes with a grain Dijon mustard. Your choice of mustards. Now the kiosks at California Adventure, which are more like built kiosks, so it was easier to get the menus and all that. You can get the corn on the cob, same thing. You can also get that at Hot Dog Hut, Disneyland, same corn on the cob. The jalapeno cheese-filled pretzel, the cream cheese-filled pretzel, Mickey Mouse pretzel. If you really want to go on the cheap, you can just get cheese dip for under $1. Spoon and cheese dip.
Nice.
There's your lunch, breakfast. Oh, we don't have. I'll say you could go to the toppings bar at that's no longer there anymore for breakfast. But anyways, the Mad Tea Party has a twiddly twisted pretzel for $5. Wonderful watermelon lemonade. I think that's different, so that's $4. Summertime Blues frozen lemonade for under $5. Paradise Pier ice cream kiosk. You can get floats for right at $5 by -1 cent. So you get your choice of drink with vanilla Sprite. I've never had a Sprite float. Anyone? Has anyone ever done that? I mean, I guess
No.
there's nothing to stop you from doing it. I've just never.
Why would you?
I might try it just to try it. And soft serve ice cream for under $5. I do love my soft serve ice cream. And one of the few places you can get it, vanilla, chocolate, or swirl served in a cup or cone. Schmoozies, you can get the golden icicle lemonade, which is one of the frozen lemonades we were discussing under $5. This hot cocoa made the list because it said it was with real whipped cream and chocolate shavings, and it was under $4. The ultimate hot cocoa. There's hot cocoa everywhere for under $5. Now, I'm missing a big place. And this is important because literally they had the most out of under $5. I think it's one of the highest quality food establishments in the resort, and that's Ghirardelli. So there you can get their single scoop of ice cream for under $5. Listen to this one. Sea salt caramel hot cocoa. Topped with whipped cream and served with a Ghirardelli squares milk chocolate for under $5. There's other larger sizes up to $6, but that's under $5. Classic Ghirardelli hot cocoa, under $5. And if I'm going to choose my hot cocoa, I'm going to go to Ghirardelli. I'm going to save that one best for last.
Yeah.
The Ghirardelli chocolate brownie, right under $5. The seasonal dip strawberries for right under $5. And their colossal cookie for under $5. But the last thing that I'm saving for the end. Decadent drinking chocolate with biscotti. Melted semi-sweet chocolate chips, it's what it's made with, and packed with intense chocolate flavor in every rich velvety sip for under $5. I think Ghirardelli is the place to go when you have $5 in your pocket. Mm-hmm. Unless you're diabetic, and then that would probably be a bad place to go. But that's, to me, there's amazing stuff there for under $5. So,
I agree.
What do you guys think about DCA's list for under $5? I think they have a lot more sweet treats for under $5, but there were a few surprises to me.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't realize Ghirardelli had that many things under $5.
I think the easiest place would be go to the Cozy Cones, because there's lots of options at the cones.
Yeah.
Yep.
So,
Having said that, I typically go to Ghirardelli myself.
yeah, I just didn't appreciate. I don't think it gets the credit it deserves.
What's that, Ghirardelli?
Yeah, like, cause I know they're two totally different places, but if you look at the Disney Springs version in Florida, Ghirardelli, it's like the Beatles like they're at Shea Stadium, like it's so crowded there all the time. You go to the California Adventure one, it's almost like people forget. I mean, yes, they get a crowd, but I don't feel like it's ever really that busy.
Right.
It isn't, because everybody runs in there, gets their free hunk of chocolate, and then runs away.
Well, I do to that too, and then I see they have a really great menu, and I wonder if part of that's just its location.
I do think that's a part of it, because it's really not on the main drag.
Yeah, you have to literally go there, and it's not even really a pass through. I mean, it is a path. It's literally, I said that wrong. It's literally just almost like a hallway, if it was a house, going from the living room to the kitchen, and you're just going straight from the living room to the kitchen. You're not thinking about what's in the hallway. Because I think if you had that where, out where the ice cream and the Starbucks
Clarabelle's?
is. Yeah, if you had it out there,
Clarabelle's.
I think there would be lines out the door.
Mm-hmm.
So, let's see what the voters said. And, yes, any last minute discussions before we go?
No, did you have the little pie desserts from Flo's on there?
No. Did I miss those?
Maybe.
Oh, wait, maybe.
I just
Maybe
can't remember. I can't remember if they're under. I think they're under $5.
Well,
They should be under $5 for the little pies.
okay, there's a lot of things at Disney we know should be a certain price.
Well,
There
I
should have been a
know.
lot more on this list than there was. However, let's see what we have so far. So, we're going to go backwards this time. So, our number one was a tie, so we might have to break the tie. I don't know how we can break this tie. With 40%.
They're over $5.
They are over $5.
Yes, thank you. You know, I think
Okay, I couldn't remember.
I think I got a little beat up today. Because you know what? I know the difference between over 5 and under 5. But people think that I did it.
Common Core, come on.
Well, yes. I looked, and if it was the number 4 dot something, I knew it was under 5. So anyways, there were a lot of things that used to be under 5 that just got pushed over. If you look, there are a ton of items, and I probably should have spoken a little bit more about that before. There are a ton of items that are $5.20, $5.19, $5.39 that I guarantee last year were probably under $5.
I was right. They used to be $4.99 at one point.
Well, yeah, at one point.
All right, so number one.
Theoretically, everything was under $5 at one point. Back when they were selling bras and panties in Disneyland as well. But now, it's all over 5. So,
Oh, I'm changing my vote now.
the $5 bra and panty.
And some tobacco.
Yeah.
Oh, mercy.
Okay. So at 40%, the cheddar garlic bagel twist.
That's only because it was on there twice.
No, but it was the same vote.
Okay.
I voted.
Again, look, we will be having, there's going to be a mini-series about the voting and all the problems, and there's going to be lawyers called in. Anyways, so for now, we're just going to have to heal as a country. Okay. 35% was the Ghirardelli ice cream. Okay. At 30%, Clarabelle's ice cream. And
Ice cream.
Big ice cream.
yeah, there's a big ice cream contingency.
It's the dairy farmers.
Yes. And then the Ghirardelli hot cocoa. Okay. Tied with the warm Bavarian pretzel from the Mary Jo's Spinny Place. So. And what's interesting is I'm sure not everybody's had all these things, but when you see that they're under $5, you're like, okay, that's going to be better. Like, I had never had that pretzel, but I'm totally wanting to go there to get it. And you know what? Can I tell you? When you go up to that nice place and you just bring them $5 and you say, I just want the pretzel because I'm only going to pay $5, they love it. They love it when you don't buy any wine and you don't spend all that money. They love that you're going to be the cheap one that comes in. Now, Mary Jo, I think you need to Periscope yourself going up there and say, I've only got $5. I'd like a pretzel, and can I spin at least once around in the chair?
And you won't be getting a tip.
Yeah, and you won't be getting a tip.
Because I only have $5.
Yeah. And really, I think you need to have a plastic, like, shopping bag with you when you go ask for the pretzel. I think they would love it up there. I'm going to do that. Anyways. So.
I'm going to ask them, do they have any special messages for Tony Spatel when I do that?
Yeah, I'm sure they know who I am. Okay, so 30%, we said that. At 25% is the sourdough loaf. And then at 20%, another tied with 25%, we have the pretzel bites with cheesy sauce. Which
Those are pretty good.
yeah. And then
Zoe got those last. Zoe asked for those last time we were there.
Baklava came in 5th. So, was there anything up there other than anything up there as we're going to wrap it up with this amazingly clear, straightforward,
concise,
well designed show. Again, it all starts with the top. Anyways, no, I'm just
was that a bus that just rolled over?
Yeah, bus. Yeah, even though I was the one who basically made the bus not work. However, was there anything on this under $5 or anything that you think I can't believe that's not under $5, other than the stuff we talked about, that kind of surprised you that I can't believe that they're charging over $5 for blank, like those pies. Silence is great.
Yeah. Dole Whips should not be. Dole Whips should not be as much as they are.
Oh, you think Dole
Whips are over $5?
No.
I mean, no. I mean the Dole float.
The float. Yeah. Okay, you think the float should not be over $5?
Because they give you half the ice cream. I mean, it's not the most budget friendly.
Anything else that you were kind of disappointed that
somebody was asking about corn dogs? Those are over $5 because you get the chips.
Yeah, they were like $8.
Chips.
I know, and I was hoping for that too, and they were like $8. They do it as a meal, and I'm sure I wonder if you just asked them for that by itself.
It's probably still over $5.
I have. Yeah, I do get it by itself, and it's still over $5.
Yeah. Is there anything
it's like $6.80 or something?
Is there anything on here that you went, wow, that's a pretty? I'm surprised that they're not charging over $5 for that.
I'm glad they're not charging.
Well, of course I am too. But is there anything you're surprised that? Wow, that's actually a pretty good deal.
Actually, those hot cocoa prices surprised me. Not to pat you on the back for putting out Ghirardelli, but compare those to, say, Starbucks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and that's what we talked about before with Ghirardelli. Was that everybody goes and gets the coffee? Like, they have coffee, they have hot chocolate, they have ice cream.
That was your go-to coffee place, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think the coffee's better. And then I remember because Michael was saying that they had this, is it Pete's Coffee, and that's big up in Northern California?
Yes.
Yeah, so, again, it's their location. It's almost like if they were in a good location, they could charge Disney prices, but because they're not, they almost have to charge cheaper prices. The drinking chocolate for under $5, has anybody ever had that? If not, I think we need to.
Which one?
The drinking chocolate?
No. But we make drinking chocolate at home, so...
Oh, really?
Wait,
Yes.
the drinking chocolate at Ghirardelli's? Oh, heck yeah. I had that at Christmas time. It was probably the best chocolate I've ever tasted.
How much do they get? Like, how much is it? I mean, how much?
My cousin bought it for me. It was
what
maybe
size of
about
cup?
12.
Yeah, size.
I'm thinking maybe 12 ounces, maybe.
Wait, really?
It was a decent.
No way.
I couldn't finish it.
Wow.
Okay, wait. So let's go Starbucks size. Was it like the smallest Starbucks size cup, or smaller than that?
Yeah, that would be.
Really? I was assuming because it was rich, decadent drinking chocolate, it was going to be almost like an espresso cup.
No.
No, they have to pair it with enough milk.
Okay. So then,
Because that's what makes it more of a drinking chocolate is when you actually melt the shavings in, you're not using a cocoa powder.
okay, so what's the difference then? Now I need some culinary expertise.
Okay.
How did you know I was going to talk to you, Nancy? Of course I was asking. So Nancy, what's the difference then what makes it different really than hot cocoa with just less milk?
Okay. Hot cocoa is cocoa powder and processed cocoa powder. And then usually you add in, your sugars and possibly a powdered dairy product to go in with the hot cocoa. And that's how you get like your little packet cocoa mixes, right?
No, but hot cocoa.
So most places, no, okay. So hot cocoa would use their branded cocoa powder. Okay? As opposed to the giant cans of hot cocoa mix from Nestle that they used to use all over the rest of the park. Okay, so that's hot cocoa. But hot cocoa is traditionally made from the cocoa powder, usually a Dutch processed cocoa, which is a little more alkaline. Now, drinking chocolate, they actually take grate the actual chocolate itself, and it's melted into steamed milk. Now, you can put steamed milk and do the steamed milk process with hot cocoa also, but it actually requires baristaing, sort of, to do the drinking chocolate. Because you have to melt the shavings in with and not scald your milk and not burn the milk in the chocolate.
Okay. Wow.
I'm hungry and thirsty.
Yeah.
We used to buy actually, infused flavored chocolates at this little place up in, La Crescenta, La Cañada area, and bring them home and make it ourselves. So.
Okay. There you go. So, it looks like sweet is the best way to go. Because you got Dole Whip on one side and you got your drinking chocolate on the other. So, a rousing episode.
Mm-hmm. So we're going to let the folks at home vote on this?
Yes. Okay. Yes. Well, we'll clean it up and make sure it's out there and they can vote.
We'll put a link to the voting on our show notes page. So go to disunplug.com, click on this week's episodes, and we'll have a link there for the voting.
And there'll be a housekeeping vote for next week?
Sure.
The results? Yeah. Housekeep the results.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, that. Okay.
Why not? Easy housekeeping.
Yeah, that's what I thought we were going to do.
Cool. Awesome. All right. Anything else, Mrs. Patel?
No, other than your vote does count, and we'll do our best to keep it legitimate. And, yeah.
All right, folks. Again, happy 5th anniversary, everyone. That is going to do it for this segment of the Diz Unplugged. Be sure to catch all of our other Diz Unplugged podcasts this week. And, of course, we will be back again with you next week. Until then, remember, Disneyland is always more magical when it's shared. Thanks for listening.